Benjamin Cesco makes his decision, and it's not Chelsea Football Club, it's not Arsenal, it's not Manchester United, he's staying at Leipzig. I'm going to explain to you why. Then Chelsea decided to give us an inkling. Well, at least the briefs that are coming out is John Duran. The replacement, rather than Cesco, is going to be Duran. Cue the meltdown, everyone's panicking. I'm here to tell you to calm down. And the reason I'm telling you to calm down is because I've got reasons why you're gonna like it, and why you don't need to overreact for every little detail of information that comes out. Then we had more information come out regarding the midfield options. Conor Gallagher looks like he's going to be leaving, and Santos and Casadei's futures are starting to get clearer and clearer by the day, and I love to see that. Levi Colwill, he's not for sale. Fabrizio confirms that. We'll talk about that whole scandal that blew up last night. And finally, Ian Maatsen, get off the beach, brother. You're going to the Euros in Germany. Yes, he's been called up. Let's get into it. Let's break this down. I need you lot to, number one, support the channel the best way you know. Hit that like button. Secondly, if you're new, subscribe. We're literally super close to 35,000. We're like 400 away. So if you lot could get me like 50, 60 subscribers just for this video, I'd be greatly appreciative. And in the comments below, let me know. Are you happy Cesco's not coming? Yes or no? Cesco in or Cesco out? Let's get into it. This morning, we got the breaking news regarding Cesco. And it's very interesting that Cesco has decided to stay at Leipzig. So let me give you a quick background of what's been happening. Cesco's agent has been literally doing the traveling, all right? The guy's air miles are through the roof. He is going to get a free flight, definitely. But what happened? Manchester United, Chelsea and Arsenal all gave him offers. This is Fabrizio Romano confirmed. We know that Fabrizio chats to his agent 100%. He had 2 offers from Saudi Arabia, and the third offer outside of the English clubs was Leipzig giving him a new contract. Improved terms, and more importantly, an improved release clause which protects them. The player has decided to stay with Leipzig now, rather than move to the English clubs. And Ornstein said the biggest competitor to Arsenal was not the other English club. Arsenal were in pole position, however, it was Leipzig retaining his service. And the reasons why the player is doing this, according to Fabrizio Romano, and it actually makes sense if you think about it logically, right? Because that's what we have been doing on this channel. We've been saying, why is he moving? What is coming out is that at this moment in time, Cesco believes his career is best served to be at Leipzig, playing consistent football and being the #1 option. And Marco Rosa, I think that's their manager, is actively empowering him to stay, and that they're going to grow together and develop him, and in the long run it will be best for his career. I think this is the right decision from a Cesco point of view. I would have loved him at Chelsea, however it didn't work out. It is what it is. The next piece of news has got a lot of people melting down. So the Colombian 20-year-old John Duran plays for Aston Villa, and he is the understudy to Ollie Watkins. A lot of people at this moment in time are absolutely venting their heart out. Like literally, I guarantee you, if you go on Twitter right now, you put John Duran, it's a bunch of Chelsea fans crying their eyes out. We don't want John Duran. Why do they not want John Duran? Because they don't know anything about John Duran. What do most football fans do? They go on Google, they type in the name, go on Wikipedia, check how many games he's played. He's played 23 games. It doesn't even say that he hasn't started majority of them and comes on for 5-6 minutes. He's got 5 goals in all competitions, and that's. However, this guy is a very good player. He's got beautiful ball striking ability, and what I love from my strikers, brother, you got to know how to slap a ball. You need to know how to put your laces through it with both feet. If Nicholas Jackson could absolutely inherit that skill, we would have a world beater. Like, that's how important that skill is. He's a very good finisher. He's aerially strong. He's quick, and more importantly, he's very intelligent with his movement. He is young, he is raw, and this is why people don't like the move. People don't like the move because it's the unknown and it's the uncertainty. But what I'm going to say to you, and Matt Law said, Chelsea, I've got him on a list of 2 other people on it as well. So I don't know why the meltdown is here. It's not like John Duran, here we go. It's John Duran, Chelsea are looking at him. And we know they've been looking at him for a while. But what I don't like, and it infuriates me, is the reaction people are having is the reaction I had when we signed Palmer. Why do we need him? We already have Noni. We already have Mudryk. That was me. I've learned from it. And I've said, you know what? They got Malo Gusto. They got Omari Hutchins. They've got Andre Santos. They went and got Cole Palmer. They went and got Badiashile. They went and got Nicholas Jackson. Players that are absolutely playing outside of the level of their current contract. Do you understand how well these players are playing? And for me, you have Nkunku who's going to play 9. We know he's going to play the 9 role. So if Nkunku plays the 9 and rotates with Jackson, Duran is literally as third choice. And he is a very talented individual to be a third choice. And I'm not judging players purely based off, I don't know enough about him, but he's super young, so he must be super crap. It's not the right way to do things, guys. We are better than that. As a community in the Kavkas View, we are going to be better than that. So please, don't be that person. Judge the player based on what you see, rather than what you read from people that most probably didn't even watch him. And the next story made me chuckle, because it's about Levi Colwill, and once again, stupid rumours have come out, but straight away, Fabrizio Romano has shut this down rigorously. Levi Colwill apparently was going to be tempted, and his representatives spoke to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich were eagerly anticipating to make an offer. You know, Sky Germany coming out with all their nonsense. This is what I think is happening, and Fabrizio's kind of like helping me construct this logic. Bayern Munich rigorously and actively want Jonathan Tah. We've seen this by Leverkusen offering him a new deal. He doesn't want to sign. He wants to move to Bayern Munich. He's a German international. The dream is to play for Bayern Munich. However, and this is where it gets interesting, Bayern aren't being very successful in persuading Bayern to let him go. So what? All of a sudden, oh, let's leak a story out there that we're talking to Levi Colwill, and maybe Bayern will say, okay, we'll just take the money, and the player will throw his toys out the pram and force a move. This is what I think is happening. However, Fabrizio's come out and said, unless there's a stupid offer, Chelsea have got no intention of selling this player. Chelsea have him as a future cornerstone of their team. Chelsea have him on a long-term contract. He's going nowhere. And this is the perfect way to put it. Someone bids 150 million for Levi Colwill. I will understand if Chelsea accept it. 150 million. But if someone's going to bid 60, I don't see Chelsea accepting it. 70, I don't see. It has to be a stupid offer. And there's no such thing as a player being not for sale. Everyone has a price, right? Neymar had a price of 250 million euros when Barcelona let him go, and it was with a release clause. Every player has a price. In this case, Levi's isn't going to get hit. He's going nowhere. Chelsea wanted him part of the plans. Stop listening to the nonsense. And I'm here to tell you again, that was a false story. The next part of the story is actually a very interesting one. So Matt Law and The Athletic basically done a little combination, as Drake would say. There was 2 combinations here of Matt Law firstly came out and said, with Conor Gallagher's exit, it looks like next year, oh sorry, this was The Athletic. It looks like next year, Andre Santos is going to be integrated into the first team. Chelsea have no intention of loaning him, this is from The Athletic, and have no intention of selling him. They believe this player is of the highest stature. They believe he's got great potential and he's ready to contribute now. He needs to stay. He's going to suit Maresca's system. I am so happy this is happening. I don't want to get too excited purely based on the fact that it's The Athletic and sometimes they can be wrong. They could be getting information from somewhere else. However, if this player stays, I'm going to be over the moon. Because for me, he should have stayed in January. I was saying it. He was ready to contribute, but no. Pochettino wanted players that were 6 foot and ran around and covered a lot of ground. For me, people don't know how good Andre Santos is because there's still a perception that he's a DM. He can play DM, but he's not a DM. I actually think he's going to be a great box crasher. I think if you have Caicedo on the right, you have Enzo as the tempo setter. On the left-hand side, that position where Carney could play, where Andre Santos can play, because I think what I saw from him is a player that wants to get in and around the box, wants to create late runs into the box, good ball striker, great passing range in the final third. He's an old school 8. He literally can do everything. And I love that from the midfield. A player that's going to be losing out is Cesare Casadei. For me, what happened to Cesare Casadei under Maresca was beautiful. He fought his way into the team, made an impact, goals from midfield, good return on quality. Coach called him back and all of a sudden player wasn't used at all. This is why I was very frustrated. Like, he had minutes here and there. However, the actual contribution from the kid was bare minimal because he was coming on like to see games out. There was no structure when he was coming on. It was literally, we're hanging on for a win. Come on, do as much as you can. The best we saw of him was in pre-season. Do you know how mad that is? The best envision we had was, oh, this is what he could be in pre-season. And after that, kid wasn't seen again. He went to Leicester, came back, and it was absolutely basic fed minutes. Like, absolutely fed 1 or 2 minutes. We had an injury crisis and he still couldn't play. He needs to go on loan and he needs to play. And I think he's going to be one of those where we sell on for a lot more money and we're never going to hear Cesare Casadei. He reminds me of Pulisic, you know, the one that went to Atalanta. And he ended up having a great career. We made great money off him. And he's always linked with Chelsea. And people are like, oh, do you remember he played for Chelsea? I think this is exactly what's going to happen with Casadei. The final piece of news is regarding Ian Maatsen. Ian Maatsen is going to the Euros. My man had to leave Mykonos apparently, where he was on holiday, having the time of his life, relaxing, laying there on the boat. That really caused a lot of controversy on Chelsea Twitter. Oh, he's got a bad mentality. He goes on holiday. What's he meant to do? He's young, he's rich, and he wants to have the time of his life. Why is he not going to use the money that he earns? It's so stupid, you know. When we all have annual leave in our jobs, and we take it. Why are football players not meant to take their annual leave? Do you know how wild it is how some people have certain standards for footballers and certain standards for their own life? Like, it is pathetic. But this kid is ready to go to the Euros. He's going to be going. And what I love about this is it delays the fact that Ian Maatsen will be leaving Chelsea. I want him to come straight back into pre-season. I need him to absolutely jump into the team. And I need him to smash it at the Euros to a point where Chelsea's board go, ooh, maybe we should keep him this one. He's already smashed at Dortmund, and then Maresca's going to be seeing him playing for Holland hopefully and smashing it to the point where we're like, we don't need to go spend 40 million on a fullback. We are going to have Cuckoo and Matt. And that would be my ideal scenario, but it is what it is. This was the Kavkas View. Guys, stop overreacting and tell me in the comments below, did I calm you down on John Duran? If Palmer was signed and we all moaned and Palmer became our best player, why can't the same happen with Duran? Relax, calm down. There's more to life than stressing about Chelsea. Just come back, Kavkas View, and peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day.